Hello. Yeah. Hello, everybody. We're not going to start off the speech by saying that we won't bring others down and eventually bring them down. We also are not going to start with saying that we aren't here to convince you to vote for us, because we are. Why? Because we want to help the voters decide what is truly the best for this country. Many people vote because they can relate to the candidate. I would like to activate the voters to vote for ideas rather than personalities. We therefore also believe that candidates should focus on other parties' ideas rather than characteristics when they are trying to bring others down. The article of the Equality Party has words in it like, "with her golden locks and infectious smile." This has nothing to do with the ideas a party has and should therefore not be used to make people turn on a candidate. We think it's very contradicting that a party leader who creates a peaceful image of herself writes stuff like this. The Equality Party stands for an absolute form of equality that cannot be reached within modern society. Scientific research shows that people judge people constantly, and because this happens, your equality will never exist. A thing all candidates are trying to create is development, and intelligent people are very important for it. To achieve development, the voters have to generate interest for the candidate's intelligence and not how relatable the candidate is. We agree with Almen's party that certain issues we call a problem aren't a problem at all. For example, equality. In Europe, equality is already mostly achieved. There are basic human rights, etc. I think it's bad to let one idea lead your entire campaign. But it's especially bad if that idea will barely have any influence. How can a party's main goal be to change the equality in a country where we already have social security and mandatory education? With the Netherlands' high immigration rate, we already have a very equal country. We even have one of the world's best healthcare systems in the world. You shouldn't look at what you would change in just a country, but you should look at what you want to change in our country. Many of the ideas sound like they will improve a lot, but once they are adapted to the current state, they won't change a lot. The next obvious question is, what does our country need? We need to get our economy in a better place, and we need to create jobs. Harvard professor Jeffrey Marion said in an interview about his views on legalizing drugs, "The prohibition of drugs is the worst solution of preventing abuse. Firstly, it brings about a black market that's corrupt and costs human lives. Secondly, it constrains people who wouldn't abuse drugs. And thirdly, prohibiting drugs is expensive." According to his calculations, the United States could save $90 billion per year by legalizing drugs. And we will only need a very small part of that money to better our economy. This idea fully fits the economical freedom our country stands for. Sarah addressed our idea in one of her speeches, where she said that by putting taxes on the drugs, the black market will remain. And we have one question for the people who believe her. How many alcohol dealers do you know? None, because legalizing a drug exterminates the black market. Others have also addressed that people will become addicted to the drugs and that is a bad thing. The people who fully stand by those ideas should know that caffeine is a drug, and a huge amount of people in the world is addicted to caffeine. The only reason why they think it is acceptable is because it's socially acceptable. We want to get the drugs we wish to legalize socially accepted too. If you still have doubts about the economic impact of this idea, look at what happened when coffee was made popular in the Netherlands. It was one of our biggest economical growths to ever be recorded. We are here to guide you to the next record. We focus on this idea a lot because it doesn't only help our economy, but also our crime rate. By legalizing drugs, we will cause the black market to fall apart, which means children won't enter the criminal world as they know it. We want the voters to have as much freedom as we can provide. We want to preserve the progress our country has made in the past decades. Don't vote with your heart, but vote with your mind. Vote Dani Briers.